ish. It's turning on now. It's live. It's live. Yes.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. I would like to personally welcome you to the first ever Lunchtime Sports Podcast. I am one of your three hosts today, Jay, and then my other two hosts are Tyler.
Yo.
And Edwin.
What's up, guys?
See, Tyler here, he's going to explain to you how our channel is going to work going into the future after our first podcast.
Okay, guys. What you can really expect from this channel, we'll be posting daily sports content throughout the week. And then at the end of the week, we'll cap it off with our podcast.
Okay. So today we're going to kick things off with one of the weakest holdouts I've ever witnessed. Or not witnessed, well, heard about. See, DeAndre Hopkins from the Houston Texans apparently wants to negotiate a longer contract for more money. You know, typical stuff. But after just a single day, he decided to end holdout and return to training camp. How are you guys' thoughts on this?
Punk. Move.
Punk. Okay.
I say go for it. Get your money.
Do I need
These players play hard for the what they do in the league. They risk their bodies, risk the rest of their lives for this. So if you're securing your money for the rest of your life, I say go for it.
But the holdout is a very typical thing. The thing about this one, that it only lasted a day. As soon as those fines came in, he decided to come back. How do you feel about his holdout being so weak?
That 40K a day add up. It really is going.
Couldn't handle it.
You can add that 40K a day. That's more than some people make in a year.
When people like Cam Chancellor let it into the regular season, Demaryius Thomas even did a holdout just last year.
But
How come
sometimes,
DeAndre Hopkins wasn't able to?
Because he realized it really wouldn't have worked out in the long run. The only person he's really hurting is his team. If he pulled a Cam Chancellor, let's say he held out 4 games, they could have went 0-4 in that time span.
Or 4-0 there.
But if the team
you never know what can happen.
If the team truly wants to avoid going 0-4, wouldn't they just pay him?
Exactly. And he realized he's hurting himself because he's lowering his value by holding out.
Is he hurting himself, or is he ensuring his future?
I just feel like if he was going to hold out, he should have went all the way. You don't just skip one day and then say holdout's over.
Yeah. I guess his agent probably said a few things to him. I personally, I would have did like Demaryius did last season. He waited till just about, what was it, like preseason? What, week 2 or something?
True. If I recall, I think so.
He had everybody thinking he really wasn't going to play.
I guess the same could be said about Von Miller.
Correct.
But see, the difference between the Broncos and the Texans right now, the Broncos, they had hiccups in their negotiations with Von, but they ended up paying him to ensure that they would have him for the full regular season. Do you think the Texans would let this leak into the regular season if he decides to hold out again?
I think the Texans don't have a choice. He's a star wide receiver. Just pay the man.
Correct. I totally agree.
Well, on the notion of NFL contract negotiations, Rob Gronkowski is looking to get an extension with the Patriots, which he would obviously become the highest paid tight end in history. Do you think he deserves it?
Pay that man. He's probably one of the best tight ends we've seen in the league. So what, since Tony?
Okay, yeah.
I don't even know. Gronk may be the best tight end I've ever seen play.
Lies.
I don't know.
How you a Falcons fan and you can't even say Tony, man? That don't even make sense.
You gonna defend that?
Tony really wasn't in his prime when he came to the Falcons, so not much can be said about that.
So you say prime Gronkowski over prime Tony?
That 6'6" frame is something else, man.
Only thing you can really say about Gronk, because he's a better blocker and he's faster. But Tony had them hands.
Same could be said about Gronk. One-handed catches aren't easy to make.
It's easy for me, but hey.
What? You comparing yourself to Gronkowski?
Nah, I'm not that good. Nowhere near. But back to what I'm saying, they need to pay that man because
Pay that man. So,
we don't.
if you guys had a projected contract for Rob Gronkowski, give me some numbers.
What, at least what, 25 or higher a year
25 a year?
or higher?
I don't know how
No.
much higher you can get from that.
T- t-
The NFL's cap going up or something?
No, but you know what's gonna
It's
be the
a
hardest part of
it's an
that contract?
NBA level deal.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna be the hardest part of that contract?
Bill Belichick.
No, you know what's gonna be the most discussed part of that contract? The guaranteed money.
True.
Because it
No.
doesn't matter how much you save. Only some of it's only guaranteed. They care about what's guaranteed the most of it. That's what Von Miller was all complaining about.
I say pay the man what he wants. He's the star after Brady on the team.
You can't afford to lose Gronk. That can turn them into Super Bowl contenders to just out of the playoffs. Simple like that.
Out of the
I don't
play.
know.
You think they
I
can?
really don't think you can count Brady out anywhere because Brady's been playing without wide receivers his entire career. No disrespect to Randy Moss, but
I mean, don't sleep on Julian.
Julian Edelman isn't a starting wide receiver in this league.
What?
Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know about
So
that. You might have to
Julian.
take that one back.
So you're saying
Oh, stand by my statement.
the rest of the 31 teams, you're saying Julian Edelman is not a starter.
You can look at my 49ers. We could use him. I would take him with the quickness.
I guess it all depends on who you have on your team and what your circumstance is.
Because he's 30 years old, but he's still putting up stats. And he's still taking special teams like Devin Hester. He's not as good as Devin Hester, but he's still doing a pretty darn good job at it.
Yeah, I think Edelman is one of the better slots in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, but you just said he wasn't a starter.
Starting two, apologies.
Oh. Some teams he really could.
Okay, so moving on to the next topic of NFL discussion. Bold predictions. This is one of the segments that we will do in each podcast, whether it be in any sport. This week we've decided to choose NFL. So we would choose a bold prediction from each person, and we will discuss it from there.
Who's first?
You can go first.
Okay. This one is very bold. Now, my prediction is Carlos Hyde will have a 1,000-yard season.
1,000 yards.
And I have reasons to
That's
back
pretty low, don't you think?
1,500. And I have
1,500. That is insane.
And I have reasons to back this up. Multiple reasons. First, one of our best first reason. Anthony Davis just reinstated. He's back with the team. One of our best O-linemen.
Okay.
And he's in the best shape he's ever been.
Ooh, a year out of football, you're gonna say he's in the best shape?
He said it. He said he's he lost way more weight.
Can you really trust him?
Yes.
It's something you have to see for yourself. I think so.
Okay. Next one. Vance McDonald, one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. Another reason. It's not like our O-line isn't bad. It's really pretty good, actually.
I mean, but seeing how the quarterback position is up in hands, I don't know. I pretty much focus on the running back position rather than pay attention to any other quarterbacks.
Think about how Chip Kelly did with LaShawn. He turned LaShawn into a star.
Sean was already a star before Chip, though.
But he brought him out.
Andy Reid was pretty good with LaShawn.
Eagles had one of the best 1-2-3 punches in the league. Vic, LaShawn, and Deshaun. So what do you think he's going to do with the 49ers? Exactly.
Well, he's splitting first team reps with Blaine Gabbert and Colin Kaepernick, so I guess we have to wait and see till the first start of the year.
I think we're going to have a great turnaround because he's a great offensive-minded coach. It's not our defense was already good enough. I think we got DeForest Buckner.
Sorry to bust your bubbles, but I think the 49ers are a top 2 worst team in the NFL right now.
What?
Yeah, I have to agree with
All right,
him
name
there.
some teams that's right after them.
The Browns.
Better or worse?
Better. Because you already know who's number one is the Browns.
From the bottom?
Yes, from the bottom.
I would have to go maybe Tennessee.
No.
Tennessee's my third team. I got Browns worst, 49ers second worst, and then Tennessee third worst.
But Tennessee has a horrible coach. Mariota can't
I wouldn't
stay
say
healthy.
he's horrible. I guess he just expects too much out of a second-year player.
Mariota can't stay healthy to save his life.
Mariota also didn't have a top 5 offensive line to help him stay healthy either.
Anyways, y'all can go on to the next prediction.
Oh, well, I'll give my prediction, my bold prediction of the year. Derek Carr will throw for 5,000 yards. 5,000. Yes, 5,000.
I don't know about that.
5,000?
That's quite a lot.
5,000. Talking about Drew Brees, 5,000. Yes.
I don't know about all that.
I wouldn't go that far. I don't think Derek Carr's ready for that.
I think it can happen.
Especially when Amari Cooper led the league in drops last year. So,
yeah, but all the additions to the team, and they're really clicking now. That defense is looking really nice to give them an extra push. So
it's all right. People are really hyping up the Raiders. People are thinking they're going to the playoffs this year. I think
Raiders are going to the playoffs.
I think they're like a year or two till they're really there.
I don't see anybody else besides the Chiefs in that division stopping them, unless the Broncos can fix that quarterback position.
They have multiple quarterbacks to choose from. Sanchez. Don't forget what he did in New York.
Sanchez hasn't been that player since a very long time.
Did you just say Sanchez is going to lead a franchise?
Please, don't forget what he did for the Jets.
What he did for the Jets? Butt fumble?
Conference finals?
Bamboozled them into thinking they had a franchise quarterback?
Conference finals?
4 years? That defense led them to the conference finals.
Yeah,
if you watched any of those games.
Don't think Sanchez is a pushover.
Sanchez is a pushover.
Just the other year when Sam Bradford got hurt, he wasn't straight trash. He was actually wasn't that bad.
Well, who did they play in that stretch?
No idea. But didn't they go to the playoffs that year?
No, just last season.
No.
Yeah, that was last season.
My fault. I'm in the season that Nick Foles got hurt.
He was. Oh, was he?
And they had beat the Cowboys to get into the playoffs.
Hmm.
Don't sleep on the Sanchez. Don't forget he was a first-round pick.
True, but that also was 2 years ago. Players aren't usually the same after 2 years. Even after 1 year, players change.
He has a lot of experience under his belt. And he's with the Broncos, who are known for good quarterbacks.
Oh, whoa there. They are known for good quarterbacks.
Of course.
They are not.
Should I go down the list?
Peyton Manning was on the later in his career, and Brock Osweiler is not a top 15 quarterback. Might not even be top 20.
Elway,
and who else? You gonna say Elway and Peyton Manning?
Tebow. Did he not lead them to the playoffs?
Let's not do this about Tebow. Let's not do this.
Did he not lead them to the playoffs? To that one playoffs win?
I'm a Tebow fan, but we can't include him in the great quarterback.
But yeah. I won't say he was a great quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
Let's just say John Elway knows what he's doing there with quarterbacks.
Well, I hope he does with that Paxton Lynch on the team.
Who's a stud in college at that?
Yeah,
he can develop him into a star.
Air raid offense to the NFL is going to take time.
Tebow has been a prime example of a good in college and bad in NFL.
It's all about how they develop. Yeah, I'm going to go on to my bold prediction for the NFL, in which I will say the Miami Dolphins will win the AFC East.
I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Why do you believe they won't be able to do it?
It's really under the quarterback, Tannehill. He's really been inconsistent. Rookie year, he really looked really nice, right? But then after that, he really just not been looking the same since then. Some games he's hot. Some games he's trash.
I don't know what you're trying to get at there.
He's inconsistent.
He's more consistent than a lot of quarterbacks in the league. If 4,000 yards, 24 touchdowns to only 12 picks is not a playoff caliber quarterback.
But it's
I
not
don't
like
know
he.
what it is.
But it's not like he didn't have a good wide receiver core to throw to.
He didn't.
He had Mike Wallace.
Mike Wallace was not on the Dolphins.
Yes, he was.
Just the last
year,
season.
Mike Wallace is not on the Dolphins. So.
Oh, he was on. Wasn't he on there the year before?
He kept getting hurt and playing terrible.
This year. Then this year they also have Greg Jennings.
Greg Jennings.
True, but
Greg Jennings at 33, 34?
I mean, age really isn't a matter of wide receivers. Look at James Jones, who had 800 yards.
When you say age isn't a problem, look at Andre Johnson, who had the worst season of his career.
Look at Roddy White, who also had the worst season of his career.
Somebody like Reggie Wayne, the past couple seasons, got cut from his longtime team. Couldn't even secure a legacy deal with the Colts because his play just regressed that badly.
Just saying, some wide receivers are like wine; they do better with age. Just last year, Anquan Bolden had a 1,000-yard season.
Oh, Anquan Bolden's different than the status quo.
Just saying.
He also didn't get another contract from that team.
That is also true.
I think the revamped defense of the Miami Dolphins will give them enough to push for this just 1 year. They don't have a lot of building blocks for the future. For a 1-year competition, they'll be in pretty good shape.
But then they're also lacking on the corner spot. They just lost Brent Grimes, and they're still kind of trash there.
I don't know that rookie. The rookie they drafted, Xavier Howard, is looking pretty nice from what I'm seeing in these training camps.
Well, that's easy. It's a whole different experience when you're on the actual field. Fans everywhere.
What? But you were just talking about how Paxton Lynch from in college
Was a
was going to
stud.
transition well.
Correct.
Just because he was good in college. But you would not give the same benefit of the doubt to Xavier Howard?
No, I will not.
Why?
I mean, it's easy to do stuff in practice. How many times have you been playing basketball by yourself? Make easy shots, but as soon as you play with other people, brick everything. It's a different experience when you're actually, and that pressure turns around.
The same can be said about Paxton Lynch. Say he completes every pass in training camp. But what happens when he gets out there on that NFL stage and he can't do what he just did?
I don't think that's going to work out like that. I think Paxton's going to be a stud.
So where do you rank Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, and Paxton Lynch? Who's the best, and rank them in your order?
Okay, you ready? Goff, Lynch, Wentz.
Okay.
Wentz was really hyped up. He was in a really crappy.
First, if I had to choose out of those three as my franchise quarterback, I'm definitely going Wentz as my first pick.
True.
Y'all really are hyping Wentz
I'd
up.
have to agree there too. I'd also have to say Goff will be my last pick. One reason because after looking at tape, Goff's throw power isn't what it seems. I've noticed a lot of wobbly passes in basically every one of his games. Of course, that happens with every quarterback, but when 75% of your throws are wobbly throws, I think there's kind of some questions that are raised.
He's still completing the passes, though, right?
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Could have been weather.
I don't know. Weather in Southern California looks pretty nice nowadays.
I think everyone's hyping Wentz up. He's playing in what, a no-name division?
Mm-hmm.
Against scrubs. Not much competition in that division, really. So, of course, it's easy to stand out there. Throwing 600 yards every game.
Hold on. That doesn't mean anything. Just because you played in a lower conference doesn't make your level of play worse.
No, but I'm just saying it's easier. Is it not?
When people are scouted, it's not really about their stats. It's about the mechanics of being a person. Like if you're a running back and a scout is looking to see how well you can read open holes, doesn't matter what conference you're playing in. Like it's just a general fact no matter what you're playing.
Guess. But I don't think Wentz is going to be that good as people pipe him up to be.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to just wait and see on that one.
Maybe a few weeks from now, I'll be biting crow.
Hey, stop the podcast.
Wait, what? What did I do?
Stop the podcast.
Wait, why? There's nothing wrong with it. Shit is like, how's it ugly?
Like nobody's being themselves. We're all just like freaking.
I'm being real. I'm
like,
starting
well,
to
Bob. I don't think Jared Goff is gonna be pretty good. You know.
Y'all not being real. I'm being
Carson
real.
Wentz is.
Well, my statements are real.
Y'all just don't sound like robot. I don't know.
I ain't trying to get attitude and shit. I'm trying to start shit. I really do. Alright, y'all just want to start fresh tomorrow when we're all woke up?
Stay woke.
Like
No. Doing the jump today. With your uncle up, boy.
I mean, it would still be technically today.
Yeah.
Square up.
I'm saying around like evening time where I'll be energized. It's gonna sound like a bunch of
Your hairline gonna get energized, boy.
It's like a bunch of twats.
Tyler. I was a twat.
Your mom?
Tyler, you should keep this video up.
Your daddy.
So if we ever do get our shit together, we can look back and see how bad we were.
Go. I'm still recording. That's how good I am.
You ugly. Cut the podcast, boy.
I would have to get up.
Cut your hair.
Julio the GOAT.
Fuck you. And
Jalen, Miami going to the playoffs? You thought? Nigga, please.
Bold prediction. So you say Miami trash?
Hell yeah.
You should have said.
Derek Carr definitely gonna go throw for 5,000 yards, dog.
It's
definitely gonna happen.
You should have said exactly that when I said it. And it would have been better and funnier. But instead you were like,
All right. Let's run that back then. Let's run that back.
When I think it's better. Don't force it.
Nah, B. I know what to do now, B. We gonna do this and gonna get it right.
So you gonna talk like that?
Yeah.
Y'all talking with no energy, I swear.
You weren't talking with energy. Boy. Like when we stopped the podcast and we was just talking, like everybody came back to what they was usually doing. But when we was on the podcast, y'all saying like these freaking white freaking news anchors.
I like Bum. You like Bum?
75% of wobbly passes. I don't think he's gonna succeed.
So you want me to talk black, Jalen?
Hmm?
You want me to talk black?
Oh, just talk like you regularly do.
All
black.
All right,
Bet, bro. Bro, fuck out. Bro, fuck out.
I'm not doing this. Yes, y'all just gonna do it.
I'm not gonna do that, bro.
A whole truckload of tins with an Uncle.
We got to hear that, cuz.
Holding out ass nigga. Oh, pay the nigga some money, dog. Goddamn.
I'm like, bro, just pay the man his money, man. How about that?
I was making good reasons to run this back. I think we should wait till tomorrow.
Boy, let me jump
Welcome
back right now.
to the
I'm smacking
first.
everybody.
Welcome to the first ever episode of Lunchtime Sports, the trillest podcast in all of sports. Okay? So I'm here with my other two hosts, Mr. Edwin
What's up, guys?
and Mr. Tyler.
Yo.
All right, Tyler. You want to give them a little rundown about how this channel's going to be run?
All right, I got you. So basically, on this channel, what you can expect, we'll be posting daily sports content throughout the week. At the end of the week, we'll cap it off with our podcast on the weekends.
You're a monkey. All right. So, our first topic for today is going to be the shortest and most pathetic holdout I've ever read about in the NFL. DeAndre Hopkins. He wanted to negotiate a contract extension with the Houston Texans. So, like any good player does, you know what he did?
What do you do?
You're supposed to say what he did.
I said that.
No, you're supposed to say what he did.
What'd he
You're not
do?
supposed to ask the question. Okay. You're supposed to
All right.
You ugly, boy.
tell
I said,
us,
what'd he
do you
do?
know what he did? You're supposed to be like any good player. He freaking started a lockout.
No,
you were supposed
I'm-
to say he started a lockout.
No, I thought you was being like one of them rhetorical questions, and I'm like, what'd he do? And then you like go in depth. That's how people do it. They be like, bro, guess what? And you be like, what, bro? Like that.
Nigga, what?
Nigga, what? Huh? What?
So anyways, he started a lockout and it ended in literally one day. What are you guys' thoughts on this?
I think that's the worst way to go on it. What point do you prove by standing one day? You don't prove shit doing that.
Prove that you're a pussy.
Exactly.
No.
They know you're
no.
bluffing.
You lose most your leverage when you can't just stand one day's worth of fines.
I think the Texans heard what he was saying. I think they're gonna give him his money that he's asking for, even though that really doesn't make sense to me though, because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he still have like 2 more years left on his contract?
He's trying to negotiate for an extension.
Oh, an extension,
Get some
but
guaranteed
extensions can happen next year too.
He might not
money. Yes,
be
but he
playing
wants
as
them
good.
now.
Oh,
When do you want to get paid now?
Coming off a career year, he wants to capitalize ASAP.
okay.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a problem with his holdout.
I do.
I think it shows that
He's a pussy.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if it didn't last just one day.
Because
He
what
stuck
point
with
do you
it.
prove?
I would have stuck with it.
Because you proved nothing doing it one day. You accomplished nothing doing that. You don't get paid, and you're going back to camp. Shit.
well, maybe the Texans heard what he was saying.
I ain't heard no news about him signing the contract.
True, but you also haven't heard any news about them negotiating.
Exactly. So he accomplished nothing.
But sometimes news like that doesn't happen until like 2 to 3 days after.
No.
Well, he
Yeah.
already said that they weren't able to open negotiations, so he already came back.
But
Unless he's bluffing, trying to keep it under the logo.
that's what I'm assuming. But pay that man DeAndre. He's worth it.
You know, pay him, leave him.
Yeah, pay them. I'm all for the players getting their money. They work hard. They spend their they put their life and their bodies on the line. So yeah, pay them.
Pay him like a top 5 wide receiver.
Well, on the
'Cause he
news
is.
of getting paid, the top tight end in the NFL right now is trying to negotiate an extension with the New England Patriots. Your thoughts on Rob Gronkowski?
Pay that man Rob. He played like the best. He is the best. Pay him. The fuck?
Well, it's obvious that he's going to get paid. There's no discussion in that. But how much do you think he's going to get paid?
Shit.
25 mil. No, max the man's deal out. He
That's
deserves
much.
every penny.
But max doesn't matter unless most of it's guaranteed. You
Well,
can give him
guarantee what he wants. Because you just can't afford to lose Gronk. It just can't happen.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, you have somebody like Martellus Bennett backing him up. But
That's not the same.
I wouldn't want to have him as my future tight end. Where you could have someone younger and better at the same position.
Correct. I totally agree with you, bro.
So what do you think his annual salary should be?
At most, what's the most for NFL? Was it 25? That's the max.
No, I don't know. I think so.
I believe so.
Give it to him.
Whoa. He's like, give him $25 million.
That's what you got to do to keep Gronk? Yes. Would you not pay Gronk?
No, I would not pay him $25 million.
So you wouldn't pay him like he's the best tight end in the league?
Is Gronk a restricted free agent?
Did you know the highest tight end contract is only $10 million right now? That's a $15 million jump.
But Jalen, guess what?
That's probably the highest contract in NFL history.
Guess what, though?
Not even quarterbacks make that much.
Guess what?
What?
If they don't give it to him, I bet you somebody else will.
No, nobody
Someone
will
like
give
the
him
Browns.
$25 million.
Someone like the Browns.
There is no team that will give him $25 million.
You sure about that?
I'm guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure 31 other teams would love to have a tight end like that.
Nobody would give him 25.
Someone like the Falcons.
No, he's not. He's never going to the Falcons.
You don't know that.
He's retiring a Patriot, drafted a Patriot, stay a Patriot. Facts.
To put that in
The
perspective,
same could be said about the old guy they traded to the Buccaneers, who just retired.
Who?
The old lineman. Shit. What's his name?
guys, to put a $25 million contract in perspective, you'll be making $5 million more than Tom Brady. Does that make sense?
Well, no, because Tom has been taking pay cuts over the years for a very long time.
Okay,
Even though he also
contract,
got an extension, yes, but he also has been taking a lot of pay cuts.
Okay, the highest contract in NFL history is $24 million.
And that's
So is
Andrew Luck.
is Gronk worth breaking that record for as a tight end?
Is he not putting in more work than work right now?
There is no way I would ever pay a tight end $25 million.
I damn sure will. Okay.
I guess we have to see what his camp is asking for, and then we'll
because Gronk
be able to
isn't
judge this.
because Gronk isn't a greedy guy. In an interview, he said he's never spent $1 of any of his NFL money. All his money's been from endorsements. So he probably doesn't even want that much money.
Or maybe he's just keeping the money and stacking it up for the future,
Exactly.
like smart businessmen do.
Exactly.
Okay. So now segment in the NFL, which is our bold predictions. Who wants to start off?
Shit, let me at it.
All right.
All right. Me recently becoming a bandwagon of the Oakland Raiders. I say that Derek Carr will throw for over 5,000 yards.
Nope. Not gonna be able to do it.
And why do you say that, Mr. Moore?
You know why?
Why?
Tell me true or false. Did Amari Cooper just not lead the league in drops this year?
True.
That's a damn shame.
But did he also have over 1,200 yards?
He probably did.
True. All right, then.
But he could have had way more. Wasn't dropping all those damn passes.
And he's also not the only new addition to the team either.
Okay, who else did
But
they
most
have
of the additions are on defense.
Exactly.
True. But
How's that
with
helping Derek
Crabtree
Carr?
there and Clive Walford coming into his own as a tight end, I believe that Derek Carr will have multiple weapons to throw to, including Latavius Murray out of the backfield.
Yeah, I guess. But I'm not thinking 5K. It's only his second year. Even his expectations aren't that high.
Okay. Any more bold predictions?
Okay. I'll go for it. My prediction is Carlos Hyde will have a 1.5K season.
I just don't see that happening.
Look at it. The facts don't lie.
Hell no.
No,
Yeah, but
The answer's
them
hell no.
Colin Kaepernick, his arm doesn't lie either
listen,
about
The
listen,
being
answer's hell no.
trash.
listen.
The answer's hell no.
Did Chip Kelly not turn the Eagles into a top offensive team in the league?
That also that team doesn't have Chip Kelly Eagle talent.
All right, look at the O
Yeah.
line. Joe
Shit.
Staley. We got Joe Staley at left tackle. Recently reinstated Anthony Davis at right tackle. Two savage beasts. Carlos, once he's gone, he's gone. Once he starts running, have you seen any of his college highlights at Ohio State?
Yeah,
Dude's
the
a beast.
NFL isn't college though.
Dude's a truck.
I guess that could be seen in Trent Richardson.
You got jokes. Carlos Hyde is that first game of the season. He already was the first game he balled out against the Vikings, who have a top premier defense. Our O line was worse last year.
I just don't see it happening with the quarterback position just being in flames right now. I just don't see how the defense can focus on anything but Carlos Hyde. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I come into the game thinking I'm going straight for this guy because nobody cares about the quarterbacks back there.
Did I also forget that we drafted Joshua Garnett in the first round with the 28th pick? He was one of the best run blockers in the draft. From Stanford. Dude's a monster.
I still stand by my statement. Nobody cares about the quarterback, so why not just blitz every play and take down Carlos Hyde?
Not going to go down
But
like
to
that.
put that in perspective, in the past 2 years, there's only been one player to have 1,500-yard season. So you're basically promoting Carlos Hyde from fringe starter to one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best.
Correct. Because seriously, what else is our offensive game? We don't. Our best wide receiver is
Exactly.
So
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
point.
So that's why he's going to shine.
He can't shine if he's the only person being targeted the entire game.
He sure can.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that.
Did Minnesota have any 1,000-yard receivers last year? No.
No, but they also didn't force Teddy Bridgewater to throw 50 passes a game.
So we're not going to be worrying about our passing game. Running is our strength.
But how's running going to be your strength if you can't even throw the football to even give your running backs a chance?
You can't have a
play
running
action
game
is
without
a
a passing
really,
game.
really, really valuable thing in the NFL.
So we just want to act like Kaepernick wasn't just good not too long ago?
Yeah, not too long ago. It was also 4 years ago.
Oh my gosh. He went to a
Super Bowl with a team that he inherited from crippled Alex Smith. Yeah.
Do not sleep on Kaepernick.
And then the exact year after that, nothing happened.
Chip Kelly.
Because it just seemed that the Seahawks took over the entire division.
Chip Kelly will get him right.
Okay. Just like he got Stan Bradford right.
Did you?
What about Nick Foles, who he traded, by the way?
Was Nick Foles not looking good some of those games?
Then why did he trade him?
He just didn't fit the system.
Or maybe he just likes destroying systems. How about that?
Just let me know. Nick Foles not look good some of those games? Like he was really looking really
Nick
nice.
Foles, yes, Nick Foles did look very good in those games, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense how he could look good in those games and still be traded.
Just didn't work out.
How can it not work out when he just looks so good?
We never know because we don't know what's going on in the locker room. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He could have been a locker room cancer for all we know. But let's go on to the next prediction. Jalen, what you talking about?
Okay. So for my bold prediction, I will predict that the Miami Dolphins will not only make the playoffs, but they will in fact win the AFC East.
Nope.
You know what I have to say about that, Jalen?
What?
Tannehill can get his shit together, and they can figure out what they want to do with that defense, I say go for it. They
Hell
get
no.
a head start with Garoppolo being the starter for 4 weeks. I say go out and ball as hard as you can and see where you go from week 8.
Nope. Let me tell you why.
All right.
First of all, Patriots. It's not. You can make a case for it. Tom Brady's not playing. Okay, that's 4 games.
Okay.
Next one, Bills. Was Tyrod not looking pretty damn good?
He was.
Oh, okay. Jets. Were they not 1 game short? And then they also brought their quarterback back? Did they just re-sign?
Yeah.
No. Okay, just making sure. Dolphins don't even have a running back. Their best running back is Arian Foster, who stays hurt on and on.
But they just drafted a running back.
Who? What's his name?
Kenyon Drake.
He was decent in that.
Your Alabama favorite.
He was decent. He wasn't better than Henry, but he was all right.
We have J.A.
Who was decent at Boise State?
Oh, he was decent last year.
But then, you can make a case. They have a decent wide receiver core.
Their roster isn't as bad as people make it out to be. It's just it looks good on paper, but doesn't translate to the field. And many people have also thought that it's because of the coaches, because the toss-up between coaches has been horrendous in the last 3 years.
Correct.
So I say I don't blame it on the roster in place. I say that's a pretty talented roster when you look at it. It's just the fact that they don't know how to put it all together with the coaching staff.
I just don't see them going from the worst team in the division to best team in the division that quick. If Tannehill acts more consistent like he did in his rookie year, then maybe we can make a case out of that. But right now, no. Did you see the top 100 list for fantasy football? Tannehill was like 110. It's like 110. Nowhere to be found.
I'm really tired, folks.
Wow, y'all. I literally said, let's do it tomorrow. Y'all said, let's do it today.
Well, I mean, we just edit the parts. It's 420, please.
Wow. So you gonna edit this?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Wow.
Guess that. You leaving right now?
Don't leave me, dog.
Oh, you not leaving?
I'm not tired.
I'm not really tired either. I was just saying we need to go on a fresher start. Wait till tomorrow to really do it. Because we still sound like it.
Why Jaden leave us?
He's a coon.
My feelings.
All I really
I'm
want
about to watch YouTube. I got nothing else to do.
Okay, buddy.
I actually like the podcast. It was sounding decent.